Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share a dream that the Lord gave me, and He's been prompting me to share it. So I had a dream that was in this nice area, looked like some apartments connected with a nice big green yard. It's really nice and spacious. Um, the top floor of those apartments, it looked like there was like an entertainment deck, where it has like restaurant slash bar hangout type area. And so for some reason I was there with my kids, and then um I met up for some reason with a couple of my cousins. And it's funny because I also met up with one of uh this actor that I haven't watched for a long time, but for some reason he was in the dream. And so we were all hanging out, having a really good time. I mean, the in the dream, I could feel like everybody was relaxed. Everybody was just in this um, chill mode where, I mean, there was not a care in the world. I mean, it's almost like you were on vacation. And I noticed, there was a lot of socializing. There was a lot of, not a lot of people, but there was a good amount of people there. And you could just see some people upstairs on the deck and then some people downstairs on the yard, just socializing and having a good time. So anyways, I remember the feeling that I had in this dream. It was so weird. Like the feeling like I was on vacation, like I could like let my guard down. And for some reason, seeing everybody socializing, and they all pretty much had a beer in their hand. And for some reason, that temptation came over me. And it's almost like the enemy was like saying, "Oh, it's just one beer. Like you're just, in a relaxing environment. You don't have to worry about anything happening, or, what's one beer." And um as I'm listening to this, kind of temptation, I kind of think about it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, well maybe, maybe one won't hurt, right?" And so as I thought that, it's so funny that I heard God speak to me in the dream. And He stopped me in my tracks. And He says, "There's no more time to think you have time." And when He said that, it like shook me. And so I knew I had pretty much messed up. I definitely lost my focus. And so I tried to hurry up, and like usual, like we do, I try to go warn people. I try to go warn my two cousins and this actor. I didn't say it. His name is Kerem Bursin. He's a Turkish actor. And so I run up to them and I'm trying to get their attention, but by this time it's already kind of late. They've already been drinking for a while, and I think they kind of know what I was up to. Like they knew I was trying to warn them about, something, that God told me. Because, you know, when somebody's drinking, they really don't want you to interfere with their fun. So they're like, "No, no, no, no. Um, tell me tomorrow. Tell me tomorrow." Something like that. And so I said, "Okay, but I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you in the morning." So for some reason, they end up spending the night in this building. They go upstairs and they go to sleep or whatever. And for some reason, I didn't spend the night there. I went somewhere else. And in the dream, um, somehow, I got switched to the scene where I'm just like running down this street. I mean, I'm passing lights. I mean, there's no cars or anything, but I'm running down the street and I noticed that there's people behind me running with me. I couldn't really see their faces or anything. And um, so I was running down the street and I could see all these, street lights and everything like that. And then I hear God speak to me again. He says, time is running out. He says, this is a late hour. And then, so like I'm running. And I have this sense of urgency. And so I don't know where I spent the night, what happened, but I knew that in the next scene, it's morning and I go straight to those apartments or whatever they were. I went upstairs and as I was looking from the stairs, I looked down at the yard and I could see Kerem, and he's pretty much got a big old line of, fans that they're in line for his autograph. And he's very sweet, down to earth type of guy. He's just taking his time talking to his fans, signing their autograph and everything like that. So I'm thinking, okay, this is going to take a while for me to get his attention. So let me just go get my cousins first and then I'll work my way back to him. So then I continue to go upstairs and then all of a sudden I look at the environment and I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, it looks nothing like it did yesterday." All of a sudden it looked like like the bar area, the restaurant, nothing was there. It was just like a big white room. um I noticed there was a lot of little kids running around, and there was this lady, a couple of ladies there with like a t-shirt, looked like they were in this business together or something like that. And I was starting to try to go upstairs to go get, or down the hallway, whatever, to go get my cousins. But the girl stopped me. It's almost like it was a lobby room. And she was like, wait, you can't go up there. She's like, you let me know the names of the people that you want me to get their attention, and I'll have somebody go get them for you. And you could just wait here and they'll come down. So I said, okay, that's fine. So I gave them the names. I said, I need to speak to this person and this person. So they said, okay. So they sent somebody and that person went to go get them. And during this time, I mean, I'm just standing there and all of a sudden I'm having this conversation with this lady with this clipboard. And she's, expressing to me about, her job. And she's kind of like emotional. All these kids are running around and she's telling me, she's like, it's just so sad that these kids don't have parents. And then I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is like an orphanage. It's not really, like an apartment. So then I noticed that my cousins are taking their sweet time. I already know them. They're trying to take their sweet time. They're not wanting to hear what I have to say. But, because I love them, I have that urgency to just, wait for them. So finally, um, finally, one of them comes down, and then I see her, but then I'm thinking, okay, where's the other one? Where's my other cousin at? And and then I wake up. Okay. And so when I wake up, it's like I'm kind of thinking about the dream. I'm thinking, wait a minute, why are my cousins that are around my age, why are they in an orphanage? They're too old, too grown to be in an orphanage. And I didn't understand that. And then God was telling me, He was saying, it's because they have no father, meaning they don't have God. They don't have God as their father. So they're pretty much spiritually, they're orphans. And so I was starting to, meditate on this dream, and I'm thinking, okay, Lord, like, what do you want me to do about this? What do you want me to do with this? And as I was meditating, he took me to Matthew 25, and it was speaking to me about It says the parable of the wise and foolish virgins. It says the kingdom of heaven shall be likened to 10 virgins who took their lamps out and went out to meet the bridegroom. Now 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. Those who were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. But while the bridegroom was delayed, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight a cry was heard, "Behold, the bridegroom is coming. Go out to meet him." Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out." But the wise answered, saying, "No, lest there should be not enough for us and you, but go rather you to those who sell and buy for yourselves." And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the wedding, and the door was shut. Afterward, the other virgins came also, saying, "Lord, Lord, open to us." But he answered and said, "Assuredly I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour in which the Son of Man is coming." Okay, so I read that, and then he was, reminding me about the part where, he was speaking to me in the dream. There's no more time to think you have time. And he was, just telling me this is the time to not look so much at your environment. He said, don't be deceived by the enemy when you feel so relaxed, like you don't have anything telling you that there's an urgency. The enemy wants to deceive you and make you comfortable where you're not seeking God, you're not doing any of your spiritual things. You're just focusing on your outwards. You're just having fun. You're just focusing on career and other things other than your spiritual side. So he was saying this this dream was like the 10 wise and the 10 foolish. He was saying there's no time to think you have time, meaning this is the time you should be taking advantage of preparing, because there's things coming up that if you don't be ready, if you don't prepare right now, you're not going to be ready. You won't survive. So what he was saying, there's people that are in orphanage, they don't have God as their father. And he's saying, you know, for us to wake up and get to where we need to be, you need to have that oil, meaning you need to be having that one-on-one with God. You better be getting into your word, into prayer, worship, whatever it is. You better get where you need to get to feel like you're fully established, because there's so much more to come that if you're not prepared, there's just no more time. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much for listening. Until the next video.